sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mariota going to run on the option. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. And this one is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go play action now. Haskins. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. From the 45 on 2nd down, Haskins. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Haskins to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mariota. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, Jackson. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Play action. Haskins. Finding Knox there, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That's a 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll decide to keep this once more. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
First down, Ravens.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mariota on the keeper. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lowered my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Here's Dobbins. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And this time he is in. Yes. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Ravens 7, Browns 3. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard
line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get me upset win.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a toss running left, Akers. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. 7 yards the pickup there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On play action, Haskins. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll look to run with Hubbard. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Chuba Hubbard. His first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Throwing, Mariota. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mariota. And that will be incomplete as well.
And what with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down at 4. Looking to throw, Haskins. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now Haskins. They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Mariota. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Haskins. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Haskins to throw it. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Following the interception here, Mariota. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Boswell on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Haskins will throw. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's now 3rd down.
Now it's Haskins. This is caught. It's Kirk. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Looking to throw. Haskins. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Haskins throw there complete to Ruggs. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety. and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll run here with Akers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That's complete. Okuebuna. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 23-yard.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Browns 13. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And they run the option on second down. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. To throw, Mariota. Being chased out left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Mariota on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to keep this again. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd and 12.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. They've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring this back. back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chris Boswell.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick six. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Albert O, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Throwing now is Haskins. It's complete, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll start with the option. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Mariota. Escape, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. Here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mariota to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put them some...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now it's Haskins. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go with Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Uses the stiff arm. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters.